Yeah. I think it's appropriate that I let the Invaders help me on this track. This is a throwback to the good times. At times I find my mind set adrift on carefree days, to indelible memories that time will never erase. That phase of my life when rolling barefoot was a craze, and all of Uitenhage was my playground and stage. A decadent mix of urban and rural traits, or how my feet clocked up miles on the glorious streets, and she repaid me with the best years of my life, before I traded them in for the stripe of Jersey nightlife. I can go way back to when I still had my dad. I was a lad who was in awe of the creative talents he had, seeing him with Jonathan Butler and little Ronnie Joyce. Music was the only option, I had no choice. And even though those seeds took a while to germinate, I didn't procrastinate, I just got to the scene a little late. I was too busy being an old school kid, and my hometown gave me everything I needed. That's why I miss those carefree days. Oh, how they play on my mind all the time. Every day was like summertime. Those carefree days around Uitenhage, when the world was mine, everything was fine, where my roads were laid in sunshine. I remember those amazing school holidays. My friends and I would make plans to explore new pathways to what is now the urban sprawl of Lapland and Mountain View. We had adventures like Trumpy and his crew. Each one would bring along an ingredient for the pot. We'd make a fire and took turns to cook a lot. With our bellies full, we'd go searching for stray donkeys and ride them like we were rodeo cowboy conkeys. And when the stream was overflowing, we'd paddle downstream on the cut-off roof of an old car with a sailor's dream. We took our coffee tins along to pick some prickly pears and see who could eat the most on a risky dare. But we were scared of Farmer Yuch and his pellet gun. If we got too close to his fence, it would spoil our fun in the sun. Somehow adulthood got in the way of how pure life used to be. Now what remains is a time and place locked in a memory. That's why I miss those carefree days. Oh, how they play on my mind all the time. Every day was like summertime. Those carefree days around Uitenhage, when the world was mine, everything was fine, where my roots were laid in sunshine. I remember speed roller skating down Nightingale Drive, but the race accident to Starling Drive was a roadside dive. With no helmet and knee pads, I was a super lad. When go-karting down Lana Crescent, it was the latest fad. I've left some of my blood on the streets of my youth, and some of my neighborhood sports even claimed the tooth. We enjoyed roughing it up in a local street World Cup. Behind the Malay school is where the teams would meet up. We would slug it out from morning till sunset. No trophy to play for, but losing was filled with regret. I loved going on those cycle tours to Rocklands. We would believe we were riding in tours in faraway lands. Only hunger would make us want to go home. If we weren't home by dinner time, our moms would be on the phone. Without mobile phones, they could still track us down. Back then, life was simpler and better all round. That's why I miss those carefree days. Oh, how they play on my mind all the time. Every day was like summertime. Those carefree days around Uitenhage, when the world was mine, everything was fine, when my roots were laid in sunshine. Yeah, John Burke and the original Trailblazers, the Invaders. On the guitar, the Mercurial Joe Moses. On rhythm guitar, Harold Goby. On drums, David Burke. And on bass guitar, my dad, John Burke. Yeah, those were